All right, guys, gonna bang out another video. Kind of want to talk about the experience I've had going from a P-rated tire to an E-rated tire, because I know a lot of people go back and forth on the fence. For reference, I had previously, before this setup, I had the stock limited 20-inch wheels in a size 275/60/20, which is a 33-inch tire, with Michelin Defender LTX MS2s. And like I said, it was a P-rated tire to these Bridgestone Dueler AT Ascents, which is an E-rated tire, 10-ply. So I had the Michelin Defenders for about a year and love those tires. Highly recommend if you don't do like kind of any like truly like off-roading. Even though I did go off-road with those tires, it's not like a dedicated all-terrain tire, obviously. It's just a highway tire. But if you have those and you spend like 99.9% of your time on the road and you kind of really don't care about the look, quote unquote, that's probably going to be your best tire for like noise and fuel efficiency, because that's kind of what I want to talk about going from a P-rated to an E-rated tire. Because these tires, outside of the fact that obviously they're heavier, it's an 18. I went to an 18-inch size wheel with these SCS wheels. I did add a little bit of weight at each corner, which initially I felt, but I mean, now I don't really feel it. But anyways, I want to talk about the MPG impact. So when I had the 20s with the Michelin Defenders on long road trips and stuff, I could squeeze out, even with the truck loaded with like a passenger, a dog, and my bed full of stuff. I could squeeze out at speeds, and I've wrote about this in Facebook groups and stuff. If you have one of these Tundras and you want to get the optimal, I guess optimal miles per gallon would be, or miles per hour for miles per gallon would be somewhere around 50, 55, but on the freeway we can't do that. So if you keep it between 60 to 70, what I used to be able to squeeze out with the Defenders was between like 19, could almost get 20 miles to a gallon. Some stretches I would get 20. I think I drove down to Hawken Hills last, I think it was August, and for about 216 miles, my average was like 19.8, and then I got it up to about 20. So I was really impressed. Now I've had these Bridgestone Dueler ATs, which these are a 33-inch tire, and I think they come in right at 53 pounds. The Defenders were, I think, right at 39 pounds. And I don't know how heavy the stock limited wheels were. I think I read somewhere they were like 35 to 40 pounds. So it's close in weight setup, because the SCS wheels are 27 pounds a pop. But anyways, now that I've had these Bridgestone Duelers for, I don't know, I guess I got these back in January or February, whatever, 6-7 months. My city, I guess I should talk about the Defenders in the city. So city driving, maybe beating on it, being a little aggressive, but for the most part, just kind of putting around. I could actually get right around 14 plus miles to a gallon in the city, believe it or not, with that setup. I know it's, hard to believe. And that was even when I was like leveled up front with 5100s. It's not really much difference in height up there. I could get about 14. With the going to an E-rated tire in the same size, I usually get now, I'm just going to be transparent and honest, I probably lost like a mile and a half gallons, or 1 to 1.5 miles per gallon. I can pull off like mid to high 13s maybe if I'm really gentle on it, but most of the time, just like my regular driving, I'm getting between like 12 and a half to 13. Now on the highway, this is kind of more of like a better comparison, because for city, these trucks are not fuel efficient at all. But for the highway, when I drove up to the dunes, and then I did a couple trips up north to the UP with these Bridgestone Dueler ATs, going 70 the same speed, like 60 to 70 miles per miles per hour. Sorry. I've only really been able to squeeze out like high 16s, low 17s. So on the highway, that's probably like a 2-3 mile per gallon hit. Just want to be honest and kind of tell people, I'm sure, most people probably know, but I kind of wanted to make a video. I've thought about getting even bigger size tires, maybe go up to a 295/70. That'll probably be next year, because next year I'm going to swap out my leaf pack. I've been doing some research on that, because these stock springs are, they're kind of flat, but I'm going to get some heavy duty springs. But so I want to kind of just mention that if you are thinking about going to like a heavier E-rated tire, you are going to take a hit, even though it's the exact same size tire. And that has to do with the weight and obviously the rotational mass. Oh, there goes a G8. But yeah, but anyways, though, I wouldn't really, you know, trade back, because I do love how these look and I love how they ride. That's probably another thing I'll quickly touch about. With the P-rated tire with the Michelins, great handling tire, but they felt light on their feet, which is nice if you know you're just driving around. These, like I said, I could feel the weight at every corner. To me, even though I added more rubber, the handling with these just feels like more like secure and planted. Like, kind of a way to put it is, you have like more weight at each corner of the vehicle, so it just feels like more like kind of snug to the ground, if that makes sense. Like the Michelins were like very like light, like the whole truck kind of felt light, which is a good thing, you know, obviously if you're squeezing out the MPGs and everything like that. But these I feel like handle better. I'm just being transparent and honest, not knocking the Defenders, because the Defenders are absolutely great tires and stuff. They do their absolute purpose, but these with an E-rated tire, I guess more weight. And I know the real popular ones are the BF, what is it, the KO3s, and then the AT4 Wild Peaks and stuff like that. And those are actually even much heavier than these. I went with these for various reasons, but even going up to a 295/70 in these, it's only 3 pounds more. So that's a 56-pound tire. These are currently 53s. So yeah, but the handling, outside of the grip and everything, because I love that, the handling feels more secure and planted in the corners and stuff, even though, like I said, I have more rubber going from a 20 to a 18-inch tire. So I kind of want to just touch base on that. If you are on the fence about going from a P-rated to an E-rated tire, mostly for looks, if you don't do like any off-roading and you don't really care about looks, I would 100% stick to a highway, dedicated highway, or, you know, just like all-season tire, you know. So yeah, that's kind of a touch basis for this video. I'll show you guys these tow hooks. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I absolutely love these things. They're just like so subtle, but give that right amount of pop, and I love them. And I'm sure if any of you have ordered these and installed them, you'll be really happy. And I think there was somebody that didn't know how the orientation went. I'll show that really quick, just like that. Really simple. But yeah, anyways, guys, take care, and have a good week ahead.